conceived as a suggestion, evident throughout time as it plays in our mind till it's evolved and never questioned. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about fighting temptation. This generation claims to be the greatest of all time, but it makes me marvel, what kind of generation is this? A generation of it's not that deep, that can never be me. A generation that seeks to be a star, Lord, have mercy, because they never listen to the guardian of the galaxy. A generation that is sinking as they wander in a dead pool and look caged in sin, with the appearance that they're doing fantastic, but what are you fantastic for if we're supposed to be fighting temptation like it's Infinity War? A generation that treats the youth group like a clubhouse, so they're taking the mickey. They label their sin as something small, so they call it mini. A generation that is tempted, so they scroll through TikTok but complain that the clock won't stop. This generation. And when they hear the truth, they say, nah, it's getting too much for me, I need my space. But it's all to get linked into sin, so they go on Telegram but show up on Instagram, and when they get DM, they says they read it, but with no response, not even a tweet, soon to become an ex because they're moving nonchalance. This generation, fallen because of temptation. We have man them that want to be a city boy, so they pick up the burn up boy, send me the location, and I'll be right there. But inside, they want to keep it on the low because they're alone. So they post pictures of themselves behind wheels for real, and with a high drive for wealth, they're willing to shift gears to get ahead of their peers. They never seem to get exhausted. Then they accelerate and have no break. They say, money me afi make. But they're willing to do anything to get their peas up just for a jacket. But mommy can't pay the bills because his mind is sat on stacks and stacks of money. His mind is out of this planet. But mommy didn't plan it. This generation. He's so focused about being a trap star that he's not realizing that he's a trap star. And so he rocks his Adidas to earn his stripes so he can leave eyes staring at him. But mommy's not proud of him. She's not. We have Christians that claim to be a Christian with a capital C. Meanwhile, they're listening to Central C, what I'm talking about. And they've been posting songs that have nothing to do with me. It's even marked with a capital E, but you just don't see. We're supposed to be fighting temptation like it's WWE, but you're too busy worried about posting on private story so you can say you can't see me. Look, in the Bible, the primitive church will be disappointed with some of your acts. So mark my words, as a matter of fact, if you were to number every time you fell into temptation, it will be a deep revelation. Now, I and we are not standing here as your judges, but if you choose not to forgive, then you're holding on to grudges. So I want to ask you a question. Do you want to be great? I need an answer. Do you want to be great? So you want to be the greatest of all time. But how can you be the goat if you're not willing to be my sheep? You see, there will always be temptation, but never allow it to lead you to sin. Greatness resides when you decide to resist temptation. See, I want you to bear much fruit. And even though you may not have a car, though, I want you to be the greatest because I love you from my head to my toes. This generation. And I hope someone's recording this because I want it to be on tape. Because with every temptation, there's always an escape. So resist all temptation because there's an escape. Resist all temptation because, and if you do so, then for the rest of your days, you will be great. Thank you.